I would like to take a minute to clarify something. You're the first daughter of the United States, and you're also an assistant to the US president. As a part of the audience, especially the German audience, is not that familiar with the concept of a first daughter, I'd like to ask you, what is your role, and whom are you representing? Your father as the president of the United States, the American people, or your business?
Well, certainly not the latter, and I am rather unfamiliar with this role as well, as it is quite new to me. It has been a little under 100 days, but it has just been a remarkable and incredible journey. So, you know, as an entrepreneur and as an individual prior to this in the private sector, I cared very much about empowering women in the workplace, and the opportunity to have an elevated platform to be able to sit here on the stage, and thank you, Chancellor, for your very gracious invitation. I'm humbled to be here with so many formidable leaders to engage in dialogue, to learn, to bring the advice, to bring the knowledge back to the United States, back to both my father and the president, and hopefully that will bring about incremental positive change, and that is my goal.
Both.
Would you embellish on that a little bit, please?
Promise.
Thank you.
Well, I want to say Dankeschön, merci beaucoup, thank you so much.
Paid leave. Sadly, the United States is one of the only countries in the world, the only developed country in the world that doesn't have a paid leave policy for the benefit of families. So that is something I'm very, very proud of my father's advocacy. Long before he came into the presidency, but during the campaign, including in the primaries, he's been a tremendous champion of supporting families and enabling them to thrive in the new reality of
you hear the reaction from the audience. So I need to address one more point. Some attitudes towards women your father has publicly displayed in former times might leave one questioning whether he's such an empower for women. How do you relate to that? Or are things changing? Or what's your comment on that?
I've certainly heard the criticism from the media, and that's been perpetuated. But I know from personal experience, and I think the thousands of women who have worked with and for my father for decades when he was in the private sector are a testament to his belief and solid conviction in the potential of women.
To the Chancellor, because you know, the first W20 that took place was 2 years ago in Turkey. To have it now in Germany under your leadership.
I grew up in a house where there was no barriers to what I could accomplish beyond my own perseverance and my own tenacity. And I don't take that lightly as a parent now myself. That's not an easy thing to do, and he did that, and he provided that for us. There was no difference for me and my brothers. And I think as a business leader, you saw that, and as a president, you will absolutely see that.
We will be curious and watching. Thank you. Mrs. Leibinger-Camilla, you are on an international scale. Tell a frustrating or a motivating story?